Today we're at Robinette's Fruit Farm and Winery, 2 miles outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I like to visit these local places because usually you will expect to find good quality product and dedicated person, very interesting people to meet. As in France, Michigan still have a lot of small artisan farmers like this. You know, cheese, dairy, wine, fruits. That's great. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go.
Now you're lucky you have me today because I'm one of the tour guides here at Robinette. This barn you're in was built in 1881. And Robinettes are now in their 5th generation owner. And little Jim is now going to have a baby next August. It'll be 6 generations.
So I have a question about the name Robinette because it sounds French.
Yes, it is French.
It's French. From France. Okay.
Yes. In France, on the top of the building were big letters, Robinettes. And they thought, we're going to go in there and see if we're related to anybody that in that building who owns it.
Yeah.
And they walked in and a little French lady said to them, this is a robinet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a wine tap. That's what their name means.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And being from France,
Yeah.
you like real dry?
Yes, I rather dry, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You won't find that here.
No,
Ours are fresh fruit wines that are fun, fruity, sweet.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, we have a large range of different wine and apple ciders in France. I mean, you have 2 main categories of ciders, apple ciders. It's either brut, what we call brut, it's dry. Brut. The other one is doux, which is soft. That's for doux, yes, that's for apple ciders. And then in the wine, for the wine industry, you have a wide range of going to very dry to very sweet, very sweet. Yeah.
But mostly grapes.
Yes.
Where you'll see we have a variety of fruit wines: cranberry, cherry, peach, raspberry.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Blueberry. Yeah, for our customers, this is what they like.
Yeah, sure.
And they want a variety. They don't want just dry red, dry white, all grape. So we give them a nice choice.
So I will try. I only want these 3. That's dry. It's a dry one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not very sweet, as you would say.
Bill will not make a sweet one.
Yeah.
He didn't win all these medals by making a sweet one. He wanted to be different. He said, if you want sweet, go get an Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
You know, you can get that at Meijer's grocery store.
Yeah.
But no, he wants his to be dry.
Interesting. See, I like it. So now it's about cheese, fromage. We're currently at an organic dairy farm and we're going to taste their local products, including cheese. Let's go. Okay, so fantastic.
So we have 3 different flavors of Chev. This time of year we do plain, a French herb, and then sun-dried tomato and garlic.
Okay.
That's good. We do a goat's milk feta.
Okay.
That's lovely. And then cielo, which is a hard goat cheese that we wash with a local hard cider. Have you heard of Virtue cider? No, they're around the corner. We use their cider to wash it with. Then we have Noella, which is my...
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
The nun?
Yes, Sister Noella.
Okay.
Just look up cheese nun and you'll find out all sorts of things about her. She's really...
Okay.
She's a hoot. Then we have we have a fromage blanc, plain, and then a figgy fromage. We add some fig nectar to it.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. Le Manchemou, which is our cow's milk, camembert style.
Yeah.
Poached home. It was the first hard cheese that I ever attempted making. We wash it with oatmeal stout from New Holland Brewery. And then Matone, which is our Taleggio style cheese. Okay. And spoons right here.
Okay, thank you. I'll try the chef. You want?
There you go.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Soft goat. You want to taste? Pretty sweet. French herb. Okay. Tomato garlic. So these are the same cheese,
Yes.
except you mix them with here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That's an Italian cheese. Parmigiano. a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And I will taste the fromage blanc to finish.
Yes.
So that's a new sample, I guess. Oh, no one tasted.
Yeah, it is.
So if I compare this to a fromage blanc in France, it has the same name. The fromage blanc will have a more neutral taste.
More like sour cream.
Yes, exactly. It would look like sour cream mostly.
Right.
Okay. This is very good, but fromage blanc, you would not call that fromage blanc in France. That would be more. I'm trying to find the word. That would be more cottage cheese.
I see.
Yes, cottage cheese.
Got it.
Cottage cheese is more like a curly a little bit. Not curly, how do you call that? You know, you've got
The curds.
curds.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more curdy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
With some liquid around it. That's what cottage cheese is in the US.
Yeah. No, that would be more faisselle in France. Faisselle.
Faisselle.
Yes, faisselle, which is what we call le petit lait, the small milk.
Yeah.
It's the translucid liquid. So the hard part, the curd, would be in a basket, and then it would be within another basket filled up with this petit lait. So
Got it. So
that would be la faisselle.
I see.
And what we call the cottage cheese. Thank you. Cottage cheese is a curdy, but it's homogeneous white.
I see. The fromage blanc is always white?
Yes.
That's funny. I wonder how that happens.
Yeah. So we're ending this tasting day by Lake Michigan on the coast of Michigan here. Chicago is over there on the other side of the lake. So it was very interesting. We went to this wine and apple cider maker. We went to this cheese maker. Very interesting people, very interesting local industries. You guys should go there and support these local activities. Very important. Day, very nice. I like it very much. Everybody's great. Everybody's great. So now we're gonna wrap it up because it's very cold outside. You see all these eyes on the water. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of Cooking with Benoit. Episode that we did outside of the kitchen. Very good. So, in the meantime, merci, au revoir et à bientôt.